Hey, it's Jag, and this is my friend Michael Reed. And today we're doing something a little bit different. We're drinking two bottles, but we don't know which one we're drinking. In other words, we're doing blind taste comparisons between the Eagle Rare 10 year and the Tin Cup 10 year. Now, the reason that we're doing this is because this one here, Eagle Rare, is produced by a company called Buffalo Trace. And everything that they put out pretty much kind of goes viral. It gets really popular and people buy it up. And so either you can't find it at the store because everyone's bought it up, or when you buy it, it's marked up because the only way the stores can keep it on their shelves is to inflate the price. So it became a question of what can I get instead of Eagle Rare that's more easy to find and isn't going to be like $100. Because you should be able to find this bottle for about $50 is the MSRP. But if you go pretty much anywhere in Washington or most places, you're probably going to pay 65 to 80 or even higher than that. The good news is for us is that we have Oregon right next door, and Oregon is a controlled state. So when they have this on the shelf, it's at MSRP, which is $45, and it's pretty easy to find in Oregon. So I don't actually have the problem that this whole video is predicated on, but some people do. And so I've heard more than once that the suggestion was try Tin Cup 10. Because they say it's comparable to Eagle Rare, it's easier to find at the store, and it's comparable in price.
And the bottle's prettier.
And you also get a free little tin
Shot glass
cup with it.
Yeah.
Tin. Anyway, so the question is, which one of these is better? And then I'll have some more things to say about the comparing them after we've drank. So, but first I want to say this is a 90 proof bottle, and the proof on this one is 84.
So not too far off.
No, it's pretty comparable. Both of them are lower than I particularly like, but we'll see what happens. So we're gonna go ahead and I don't even know if we're tasting the same one at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. You moved yours.
I did what?
You moved yours.
Did I switch them around? Well, I guess we could look at the letter. It doesn't, because we don't know which letter is which. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I can't trust that I don't know.
Okay.
Well, then I'm just going to do a comparison here. I'm getting smoky out of one and sweet out of the other.
I bet
Just smelling so far.
I haven't tasted either mark of these. I'm sure the Tin Cup is the sweeter one. I'm sure.
You think?
Yeah. Maybe.
But you've never tasted this one.
I've never tasted that one, so I don't know for sure. And if it's that popular, maybe it is sweet, because people like sugar.
Yeah, this one, I think the draw of the Buffalo Trace stuff is that the balance is heavy towards sweet. Okay. It's very drinkable, smooth and sweet, and
accessible.
Accessible, yeah, so people love it.
Okay.
And the Tin Cup is trying to keep up with that. Thoughts?
They seem different to me. I wouldn't consider them similar.
Interchangeable?
No. I mean, unless you're going to dump some Coke or some cherry juice in there.
Yeah. All bets are out the window.
Then don't spend this money.
This one is giving kind of buttery spice.
Yeah, there is a smoother, yeah, almost buttery flavor, and there's a little cinnamon going on in here. It smells like a little bit cinnamon.
It's so funny. I wonder if we're even talking about the same.
Who knows?
I wonder if we'll come together with.
Do you like one more than another? This has got to be the tin cup.
This one.
This seems a little more watery. This seems like it's got a
Yeah,
little...
I'm getting a lot of water in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And the smell was almost like pickle barrel, like a little vinegar or some kind of herb.
Probably should clean our palate in between each one to be
Yeah.
sure.
And stay hydrated. Yep, pickles. I don't know what's making that happen. You're not getting any pickles?
Did you have a burger before you?
A burger? No. Some pizza. No pickles on it. I had cucumbers on it, but they weren't pickled.
Okay. Well,
Yes, I like cucumbers on my pizza.
that's not odd at all.
I haven't even tasted this one yet.
It's so subjective. You know, when I used to sell some of this stuff, especially this scotches, especially the single malts, there was always that thing where you could suggest
Yeah.
a note, and that person all of a sudden would be like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I do. It does have a kitty litter taste to it." You know, that kind of thing. So so it's very suggestible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but we both got more water out of that one.
Yeah.
So
So we're thinking these are the same and these are the same?
it's I would
Right?
say
This is the
so.
watery one?
Yeah, it's the watery
That's
one.
my watery one.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this one, the non-watery one, it's pleasant.
It's not as fragrant though. You definitely, now I'm smelling the pickle in this because of what you said.
Get out.
Yeah. And that kind of that has a big,
It's negative.
yeah, it's negative. It's not a good smell, but it's a big smell.
Yeah. Nothing against pickles, but I just don't want it in my bourbon.
I don't like pickles. They're cucumbers sitting in their own piss.
Pickles.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know which is which.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one needs some Diet Coke in it.
Needs something.
Yeah.
And so to answer the big question, if you can't find this,
No.
don't bother.
No, don't bother. No.
Keep looking.
But again, if you're mixing it with anything, just get some Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah, there's plenty of, and if you're gonna mix this, to me, this feels like it's already mixed
Yeah.
with water.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna mix something, I would want something with a little more punch to it that's gonna come through.
Yeah.
If you're gonna add juice or grenadine or
And I'm not a big believer in you have to spend the most money to have something decent. I mean,
Yeah.
there are decent whiskeys out there and scotches, which is also a whiskey, I realize, at different price points. I mean, there are those if you must spend the $200 for a bottle, then get this. But you can spend like $40, $50 and get a really good bottle of whiskey.
yeah.
So.
Well, and so that begs this question. Let's say that we've decided this is the better one.
Mhm.
Would you agree?
Yes.
First, I want to see if we're talking about the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
We've decided that the A is the better one.
Yeah.
Do you know which one A is?
No.
I don't either, for sure.
Because you didn't tell me.
No, because I was twisting things around over
yeah.
there. But I have an idea what it is, only based on my experience of having drunk both of these before, and just now, this matches with this,
Yeah.
and this feels like this.
Yeah.
So, assuming that I'm right, and we can double check that if we want. A. Hey.
Yeah.
So the big, and so the second question is this worth?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is this worth searching for?
Like I just came back from Oregon this weekend. You should have told me. I would have brought you some bottles.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I don't know if it's worth the money. I think it's good, but I don't think it's great. I don't understand why people are searching for it all over.
Yeah.
I mean.
So there's a difference between we could both go to Oregon tomorrow and probably somewhere in Portland find this for $40 or $45 or whatever they're charging.
And that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But $100 for it? No.
No.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's worth I guess I do think it's worth driving to Oregon for because it's a good bargain, but not just to get this.
Yeah.
If you're in Oregon, then pick one up.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there are scotches I would go down to Oregon for.
Really?
Yeah, to buy in a
Yeah.
close state. Yeah, there is definitely.
Yeah, I would too. It's only 3 hours for us.
Yeah.
So I agree. And then I think that it's not really worth the hype. If you can get it, buy it from the distillery where they'll sell it at MSRP, or go to a controlled state and get it there. Otherwise, you can do better.
Yeah.
You can do better for $80 to $100 or whatever than this.
But this one certainly isn't a replacement for this.
No.
So.
And you know what's the frustrating thing about this one is, except for the pickles, which is kind of new today, as I've been drinking through it, I've enjoyed what's there. My big complaint is it just seems like, who put water in my drink? I want to taste the drink, and there's a bunch of water in the way.
You like hot whiskeys.
I don't necessarily like it hot, but
like a 120 would be.
I mean, the proof doesn't upset me unless it's not supported by good flavor.
Yeah, I sometimes think it gets in the way. If it's too hot, it gets in the way of the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, I can agree with you on some bottles, but then there's some that's like a Stag, or even like the
Rare Breed.
Yeah. I thought the proof was fine on that because the flavor was so good.
Yeah, the Rare Breed is one of those exceptions for me. I will happily drink that. Yeah.
And this one, so it's 84 proof, and one of the things they say on the back is that
it seems wetter than that, though. It doesn't seem 84 proof. It seems like it would be like 80 or less.
I can almost taste the water.
Yeah.
And they tout themselves as being Rocky Mountain water, so they're really proud of the water that they've
Maybe
added.
they want you to taste the water. Maybe that's that thing.
Yeah, so I'm not down for that. I feel like I want to buy a bottle of concentrate, and I'll add my own water until it gets to where I like it.
Yeah, you open it up for all the notes.
Yeah. And so when I talk about how into proof I am, it's really just my aversion to it tasting watery.
Yeah.
I feel like the proof can add so much depth and complexity to the flavor. Yeah. And sometimes it can be really hot.
Yeah.
And this is, I haven't figured this one out yet. Maybe you can help me, but why sometimes you have a 90 proof bottle of this and a 90 proof bottle of that, and this one tastes super hot and this one's just mild and delicious. Same proof.
It depends upon what it's aged in, or how long it's aged, or it could be oak barrels, it could be reused bourbon barrels. Sometimes they'll burn them out and and put them back in, say a different barrel.
So the depth of flavor can disguise the heat.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
So if you're drinking something that's high proof but it feels hotter than it says, then that's how you know that you're dealing with an inadequate bourbon.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not that much of an expert, but I do know that the heat can sometimes, if it's very flavorful, the heat doesn't necessarily take away from that. It can add to it, and it can also make it seem even a little more hot because so much is going on.
Yeah.
Where water tends to kind of flatten things out.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it is high proof, but there's a little more water content in there and less flavor.
Yeah.
kind of flattens it out.
Yeah.
But again, you're not an expert.
I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from everybody.
And it's funny too, because this whiskey looks a little lighter, but it's got more depth of flavor. And you know, they do dye these. You know, they do.
They do?
They do. There is dye in scotches, especially blended scotches and whiskeys, because think about it. Even with batches, they have to put them on the shelf, and you want them all to look a certain way.
Uh-huh.
You can't have one being a little lighter than the other. And some of the batches that happens. But even amongst the batches, want everything to look the same. So whether they admit it or not,
Gross.
it's
I didn't want to know that.
It's just part of. Well, now you do.
Yeah, I was assuming that all the color came from the wood.
No. I mean,
Sorry.
I'm sure a lot of it does, and I'm not saying that they like dye the whole thing, but they do put, you know, little coloring in there so it will all match on the shelf.
Huh.
You know, I mean, think about it. Every bottle of Wild Turkey, it can't all match. You know, you're gonna get, you know,
Yeah.
depends on how much of the angel share gets taken out of the barrels,
Uh-huh.
and you know, things ebb and flow. So to make it shelf desirable, they do what they do.
Just peeling back that curtain for me, aren't you?
Yeah. Someday I'll tell you about the Wild Turkey distillery when I visited that place. That was pretty fun.
What happened? You won't tell me today?
Oh, it's just silly. It really has nothing to do with the flavor of the booze. It's just when I went there, kind of an old boys kind of, as you can imagine, network, and they took us to a lodge that was owned by the man who, you know, owned Wild Turkey, and they were going to have a skeet shoot, and I'm not a shooter, so they said, well, once you take a drink of alcohol, you know, our insurance won't let you shoot. And so I walked right up to the table and just was like, ah! You know, it's like, I didn't want to shoot. And then we went off to his lodge, which everything in that lodge was once alive. And then next to the picture of whatever the furniture was a picture of the man shooting it.
Oh.
So there would be like an elephant trash can with an elephant paw.
Oh.
And it was so heartbreaking. Like every his bed was made of these like tusks from some animal, and it showed him a picture of him next to the animal next to the bed shooting it. And I was just like, it's bad enough to have it, but then you have to see the picture of him killing it right next to it. I was just revolted the whole time I was there.
Wow.
But, you know, yeah.
That's kind of a damning thing to know as
well. Yeah. Enjoy your rare breed. Enjoy your Russell Reserve. Yeah. But that's...
If you dig too deep in any of these companies, you'll probably find bullshit down at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's why we drink.
Yeah, that's why we drink. You know, drink to forget. I hope that didn't bring the tone of the video down.
The tone is where it is. We like truth here in Jag land. Where you are.
Yeah, where I am.
Let's see. Anything else you want to say? I would not recommend this one.
No.
Because it was like $50 to $60.
Oh, no. That's that. If you're going to a party and it was discounted, yeah, bring it. It's decent. It's, you know, especially if you like pickles.
Pickles and water.
Pickles and water. But yeah, I wouldn't spend $50 for it.
And then this one we would just say only if you can get it for $45.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's plenty out there that's as good or better.
Yeah. Rare breed, Russell's Reserve, both Wild Turkey products. Forget what I said about the horrible lodge. Oh, well.
Yes, and he agrees.
They're coming after me already.
Yeah, the Wild Turkey is shooting.
Exactly.
All right, well, I guess we're going to cut this one and just say to have a nice day. And then I'm going to try one more time, but hit the button correctly this time.
Okay.
Have a nice day.